This is going to go one of two ways for you. My way or
my way.
All right, this is going to go one of two ways here. Okay. But we need your ID. Okay, if we don't get your ID, then we're going to have to figure out another way to ID you. And it may not work out well for you.
In case you haven't heard, an additional layer of terrorism has been woven into the fabric of America. I mean, it's bad enough that we have to deal with the incessant terrorism of local police departments, but now people can be harassed for no reason by ICE agents. Let me give you two real quick stories. Here's story number one.
We're going to turn now to a traffic stop that is causing outrage tonight. A young man born and raised on Long Island was pulled over and searched by ICE agents, he says, simply because he's Latino. When ICE found out he is a U.S. citizen, they did let him go. But as News 4's Paisley Chang reports, the damage was already done.
What's up, guys? Let me see your ID, please.
23-year-old Elzon Lemus, an electrician, was in his work van with a coworker when they were pulled over by ICE agents in Westbury.
Because you look like somebody local.
What's that for?
Looking for?
Lemus asks why they need his ID.
All right, this is going to go one of two ways here. Okay. I need to see your ID. If you're not the guy I'm looking for, you're not the guy I'm looking for.
Okay,
right?
ID.
But we need your ID. Okay, if we don't get your ID, then we're going to have to figure out another way to ID you. And it may not work out well for you.
Listen, I'm not rolling up. Keep it down. I keep it down for officer safety.
What are you doing?
Now, from the perspective of a lot of bootlicking lemmings in America, they're like, hey, what's the problem? If you got nothing to hide, just show the kind officer your ID. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is we're supposed to live in the land of the free, home of the brave. You're supposed to be secure in your person. These cops, these ICE agents, are trying to make the driver insecure in his person by producing the ID because we're looking for a person. You need objective, articulable facts before you can initiate a traffic stop like this. It's bad enough we've got corporate traffic codes giving local cops the justification to trample your rights. Now we got ICE agents on American soil trying to make you insecure in your persons, houses, papers, and effects.
The agent forces the door open and demands Lemus stops recording. Lemus was born and raised in New York and was stunned.
I felt like my rights were just like out the window, and like it's like that. It felt like I didn't have anything, anymore. Like I couldn't do much now.
Lemus was taken out of the car, handcuffed for about 25 minutes while the ICE agents searched him. When they found his ID, they let him go.
They just left pretty upset because they couldn't take us. Me and my coworker, we were fine.
This happening at a time when ICE enforcement operations have been heightened across the country.
They can't randomly, on a hunch, stopping people. That's contrary to the Constitution.
Attorney Fred Brewing.
Just like traffic code, all corporate traffic code is contrary to the Constitution because it gives the cops the justification they need to bring out the steamroller and just flatten your rights.
Says this case is an example of profiling.
Unless there is an articulable basis upon which there is a reason to ask someone for their identification, which this officer did not provide upon a request, there's a concern there.
We reached out to ICE for comment but have not heard back. For Lemus, even though he is a citizen, he still fears being pulled over again.
I felt like I lost all rights when they pulled me over and all that. I felt like
You do lose all rights when they pull you over just for a routine traffic stop. It doesn't have to be an ICE initiated traffic stop. If you're not free to go, you're not free on American soil. If you're not free to travel down the road without them pulling you over for petty issues like an improperly illuminated license plate light, failure to activate a turning signal, or your car looks suspicious, so we thought we'd pull you over and just see if everything is okay. We're just doing a welfare check on you. They will come up with any justification they can to tell you, hey, you don't have rights. We got more rights than you. This badge, this uniform grants us special rights. And in case you didn't know, under 8 U.S.C. 1357, ICE agents have powers, including questioning individuals about immigration status and making arrests without a warrant in certain cases, which can extend to vehicle stops near borders, it says, or in targeted operations. They may also stop vehicles based on articulable facts suggesting a crime similar to standards for other federal agents. So ICE, according to 8 U.S.C. 1357, ICE can use the bogus law enforcement tools in their arsenal to pull you over on the public highways.
I had nothing anymore.
At this point, no lawsuit has yet been filed, but Lemus and his attorney say they want to get the story out in the public to raise awareness. They also want to ask the DOJ for a full investigation.
And here's another story from Utah where ICE agents are trying to get a driver in trouble lying about this guy in their effort to get the Utah Police Department to do something about it.
Unified police versus federal agents. It's a story we broke this evening on ABC4. Glad to have you with us, everyone. I'm Brian McElhatton. We uncovered new video from the Unified Police Department. It shows tense moments between UPD officers and ICE agents during a traffic stop. And it raises the question, were those agents purposefully deceiving our local police? Here's what happened.
Are you guys still working on that, right? I got him on the line. He's at 4970 South.
On January 26th, Unified Police was called to assist ICE agents on a traffic stop. When UPD arrived, ICE agents had already stopped a car and claimed the driver had swerved toward them.
He admitted that, he basically honked at us and was trying to piss us off and try to scare us. So, I don't know, man. It was pretty, a little sketchy. We were definitely we were kind of like this, just down the road a little bit. And he came out, he was in this lane. And he came at us and he honked. He was probably as far as that close. So we had to get out of the way.
But the driver denied that.
Yeah, when I honked, I was barely starting to cross. By the time I had crossed over, my car was past the car. Okay. So, yes, I honked. Yeah. I don't like that. But I didn't sideswipe it.
And he defended his stance.
He told me he doesn't like it because he doesn't like ICE.
I don't. It's not a crime.
It's not a crime. You're
okay. I can respect you, and not respect him.
But the federal officers insisted they were right, saying something had to be done.
We're hoping you guys to do something. Because we know if we go up our chain of command and ask, they're probably going to deny it.
So what we got here is we have ICE agents lying to the local police, just like the local police lie about us all the time. But watch, UPD is going to fold and actually give this driver a citation based on the word of the lying ICE agents.
We can try, but...
I mean, that's the thing. We didn't see it, right? So you guys are the witnesses to it. So we can't really get nothing. So he said, she said thing.
While UPD gathered statements from the ICE agents, 2 of those 3 agents declined to provide written statements.
In that car right there, we already arrested him. We left this. We were about to leave the scene. This gentleman right here decided to try and sideswipe us. He actually had to pull me out of the way. That off. So he put chase, pulled him over, put another vehicle in front, and
on his horn as he went by.
In the black?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
The agents then suggested, instead of filing charges, issuing a citation for failure to yield could be an option.
Basically, it's failing to yield, stop for approaching emergency vehicles.
And UPD folds. They don't step in the way to protect this community member. They just believe the lying ICE agents, and then they seek to economically terrorize him with a citation.
All right, that's the only thing we could figure out. Sorry, man. This is a nothing deal for us, and we're sorry this is happening to you.
You're sorry? You didn't have to issue the citation. You're only doing it to appease your fellow law enforcement officers on the federal level.
Okay.
I appreciate everything.
Okay. All right. Don't worry about it, man. It's not that big as far as traffic stuff, but the experience is...
And when UPD pulled surveillance video from a nearby location, it did not show the driver swerving toward the ICE agents as they claimed. As a result, UPD has dismissed the citation issued to the driver. And UPD commanders say they've contacted ICE to express concerns about the inaccuracies and inconsistencies in the agent's statements.
Once again, cops lie, cameras don't. This is why you need a dash cam. Front facing, rear facing, side facing. Cover all the angles because they're going to do whatever they can to pull out the stops, to lie about you and ruin your life because they're cruddy human beings.
Now we have reached out to ICE for a statement. We're waiting to hear back from them. Unified Police say concerns over immigration status should never prevent someone from seeking help from police, especially if they are a victim of a crime.
So again, if it wasn't bad enough that we're being terrorized by local police, now we have the federal agencies involved in making our lives a lot less free. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, the links are in the description. Grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, understand that your rights don't end where ICE traffic stops begin. I'll see you in the next video.